Have you ever attended a joyous event that did not involve the consumption or exchange of mithai? Nah, me neither. But why do we consume so many sweets? And more importantly, why are we talking about it during the festive season? Today, in the first episode of the Mithaiverse Diaries, I, Archit, from Hyperpure by Zomato, will talk about the evolution of mithai in India. Historically, sweets were not easily available to everyone, as they were made from ingredients like sugar, ghee, and nuts, which were expensive and not easily accessible. Sugar in particular was considered a luxury. Unlike today, when we can just pop a kaju katli or a chocolate cookie while we have our cappuccino or after a meal, sweets were reserved for special occasions, making them rare treats that symbolized wealth and festivity. Many Indian festivals like Diwali and Pongal coincide with the harvest seasons. Sweets made with freshly harvested ingredients like sugarcane, jaggery, and rice flour became an integral part of these celebrations. These festivals were also moments of abundance when people could afford to indulge, reinforcing the idea that sweets symbolize good times. Interestingly, if you also study Indian languages closely, the word for sweet is associated with the words for happiness and joy. For instance, in Sanskrit, Madhura means sweet, which also connotes something pleasant and auspicious. But wait a minute, have sweets always been eaten and made the same way? You guessed it right, not really. Back in the day, mithai was mostly made at home or by local halwais in small shops. Making mithai was a niche and artisanal skill, and mithais were made in tiny batches. Dairy farming was common, making dairy the heart of many traditional sweets. Every region has its own special treats. Kaju katli in Delhi, modak in Mumbai, Masoor pak in Bangalore. I can go on and on and on and on. It'll take me 1 hour to even complete half the list of mithais in India. Interestingly, if you look at history, mithais evolved a lot during the Mughal era. New flavors and spices were introduced to us. Exotic ingredients like saffron, rose water, and dry fruits turned simple mithai into luxurious treats. Sweets like Shahi Tukra, Gulab Jamun became favorites, blending Persian flair with Indian traditions. When the British arrived, they industrialized sugar production. Sugar became cheap and plentiful, turning sweets from a luxury into something everyone could enjoy. By the mid-19th century, India was one of the largest sugar producers in the world. Regional goodies like Rasgulla from Bengal, Petha from Agra started traveling far and wide through merchants and traveling businessmen who used it as gifts for clients or associates. After 1947, India was rebuilding, and so was our mithai industry. Family businesses like Haldiram's or Bikanerwala expanded beyond their hometowns, bringing delicious sweets to the whole country. Today, Haldiram earns over 7,000 crores a year and exports to 80 countries. Our mithai went global, exporting Indian culture and taste to the world. But to keep up with our endless appetite, machines stepped in to help. Automation made it easier to produce large amounts of mithai without losing the quality. The Indian sweets and snacks market is now worth over 1 lakh crore or $13 billion and keeps growing. But don't worry, traditional halwais are still around, keeping the old school flavors alive. They pass down recipes through generations, ensuring that the art of mithai making stays true to its roots. But the traditional way is not the only way to make mithai. They're getting a trendy makeover. Chefs started mixing traditional sweets with modern flavors to appeal to younger palates. Ever tried a tiramisu peda or a rasmalai cheesecake? They're better than they sound, and the younger, well-traveled generations are lapping them up. High-end sweet shops like Bombay Sweet Shop, Ark, Khoya Mithai turn mithai into gourmet delights. They offer artisanal sweets made in small batches, just like the good old times, focusing on quality and creativity. They also ensure the usage of sustainable packaging. Speaking of sustainability, health has also become a big deal, as it should, especially since 77 million Indians have been diagnosed with diabetes. Mithai makers have had to adapt, and brands like Anand Sweets, Haldiram's, have rolled out sugar-free options for popular dishes like Kaju Barfi and Kesar Barfi. Innovators like Chef Harsh Kedia, who calls himself the diabetic chef, is whipping up sweets at his new shop called the Conscious Mithai Wala in Mumbai, using healthier ingredients so everyone can enjoy a treat without the sugar rush. You can have a rasmalai or a jalebi made with an alternative sweetener. I personally don't eat a lot of sugar, so these alternates are a blessing for me. I have one here. As we become more environmentally conscious, Mithai brands are switching to sustainable packaging. Using materials like biodegradable boxes and reusable containers, reducing waste and caring for our planet while we enjoy our favorite sweets. By the way, if you're a restaurant owner looking for such packaging, Hyperpure's got you covered. Mithai is also going digital. Thanks to the internet, your favorite Mithai is just a click away. Brands set up online shops, making it easy to send sweets across the country or even abroad. Gifting Mithai has also become an experience. Premium hampers with Mithai come with gourmet teas, coffee, or even handmade decor, making celebrations extra special and thoughtful. Our Mithai has also gone international. Indian sweets are now enjoyed in the US, UK, Middle East, and beyond. Festivals like Diwali are now celebrated worldwide, and Mithai is at the center of these celebrations. Mithai has become a global ambassador of Indian culture, bringing a taste of home to those abroad and introducing fans to our sweet traditions. The Mithai industry continues to grow, balancing tradition with innovation. While we need to be conscious of how much Mithai we consume, what goes inside our Mithais, and where it comes from, it will continue to play an important role in our lives.